and they live happily ever after. The end. Isn't that how fairy tales ended when we were young? And that was how I envisioned my marriage to be with my partner. How many of you have experiences like that? I discovered my husband was not honest with me. We were sitting at this table, and just opposite me, my hands began to grow cold. My heart just stopped as I realized the lady opposite me was one of my husband's ex-girlfriend. I didn't react because this was a family, an extended family's dinner. So to keep up with appearances, I just kept quiet the entire evening. As soon as dinner was over and we were in the lift lobby, in our car and alone, I screamed at him. I was like, how can you, is this lady? And he was like, yeah, nonchalantly. And I was like, what do you mean by yeah? Why couldn't you have told me? Can you imagine how I felt? I am your wife today. So in his defense, he was like, yeah, but there's nothing now. And I was like, but that's not the point. The point is you didn't even prepare me to tell me that this is one of your ex. And that is just the start of many other issues that followed. The next few years later, when I found that he actually had a separate Facebook account just to keep in contact with one of his exes, I scrolled through the messages after he gave me the password, and I found that there was nothing really. But with these two incidences, what instilled in me was a distrust towards this man. I share this with you because it doesn't matter where your marriage is at. That was 5 years ago when we had 3 children. Fast forward 5 years later, we've got 5 amazing children. And I'm no longer living in a marriage that I tolerate. In fact, I'm more in love with the same man who lied to me, who betrayed me, who wasn't honest with me. But what Oprah Winfrey says, if you can imagine it, you can create it. So what I imagined, at the point where our marriage was at its lowest, my husband didn't want to give up. I had long given up on the marriage. To me, I felt I could do better by myself as a single mom out there. I didn't need any more bullshit and lies, and I was done with it. He didn't give up. And on one quiet night, I imagined my husband, this man that I despised, that I had very little trust for, as my best friend. Just the thought of it seemed so impossible. But I knew that if I really had a choice, I would want to grow old with this man. Yes, he's done many mistakes, but so have I. And the thing about creation is, it seems so impossible. I despise him. I had little trust for him. But I really wanted him to be the person that I would share the rest of my life with, intellectually, emotionally, and even physically. There was so much that we had to repair. And if he didn't give up, why should I? Dare to Dare is a segment that I created, true stories to inspire. On the outside, when you meet friends or even family members, there's always that front. But what is the true story, that ugly linen that we've been told not to wash in public, but that if we brought out, could truly inspire someone else? So this is my story. We fell in love. We went through horrible fights and clashes, and when he got thrown out, and I was just mad and hurt the kids a lot, and they live happily ever after. So this is the true story that we are writing. The part that the fairy tales left out is how they live happily ever after. And that's the part that I want to encourage each and every one of you out there. They didn't tell us that there's a lot of hard work. But in the hard work is where there's maturing. And now our love has reached the authentic stage. So the 3 stages in a marriage, in any relationship: enchantment, disillusionment, and authenticity. I'm so glad that now we are at the stage where we really connect, where he is still his own person, I am so different from him, and there is love and respect for each other.